Minecraft, one of the most successful games of the last 2 decades. For good reason, too. It's always a good time when you play. It appeals to pretty much every playstyle out there. And it's just well made with a lot of good effort put into it. Now, do you ever think of what ways you're glad you're not playing the game? Of course not, who would? But just imagine you are. Just imagine you're playing the game and think of the worst ways possible to play the game. Maybe you think of a pretty cheap laptop made just to give to your employees or just browse the internet on. No, if you turn down the settings, that works fine. Maybe your old phone. Again, turn down the settings and works fine. An old Kindle Fire that can barely even run its own operating system and takes like 2 hours to charge and doesn't hold that charge. Wrong. Still wrong. Because there's the Nintendo 3DS edition. That's right. In 2015, Microsoft ported Minecraft to the Nintendo 3DS. The same system you play Mario, and Mario Kart, and Mario Maker, and The Legend of Zelda on. This wasn't the first time that happened. About 3 years prior, they ported it to the Wii U. Less successful console, but still, another Nintendo console. But this one was different, because this one, you can take with you. This folds up, fits in your pocket, and can travel with you, which the Wii U can't. I love the thing, but this is not a very portable console. Like, not even close, actually. I don't think that's fitting in your pocket. This, however, as I said, will. So, obviously, it's a good contender for Minecraft. You can take it with you everywhere you go. It's a pretty well-selling console. However, it's also not the most powerful of consoles, as evident by the amount of toning down that Minecraft had to do to get it work. In version 1.9, which is the last version it was updated to, it still had 2D drop sprites, really low render distance. Although it wasn't all bad, because despite all the cuts it's made to do it and making it overall the worst experience I've had playing Minecraft, it has perks. It has some things that other versions don't. Not many, but still some things. And so, let's just go take a look at this probably worst, but also most unique version of Minecraft out there. So, on the 3DS, we have here the home screen menu. Nice 3D home screen icon, like every other game on the 3DS. So it's obviously going to be there. But going into the game, we are greeted by the standard Mojang screen. However, instead of 4J Studios like many other legacy console releases, this one was done by Other Ocean. And then after those two, we get to the main loading screen. Now, on here, the main menu has all the options you're going to need. Play, multiplayer, options, skins, achievement, manual, and store. Now, because it's a 3DS game, touch support. Skins include all the skin packs you'll need. Some were for purchase before eShop shut down early last year. But we'll just get straight into a world. Normal music, obviously not the best of quality because it's on a 3DS. Although it's still pretty good. Like, it's not like it's the worst thing I've ever heard. It's pretty decent quality. But just loading into a world. I'm not gonna pull it up right like that. I'm so sorry about this. I don't have an actual phone stand. Anyway, so the controls here, well, now, first of all, looking at what we see, the graphics aren't that bad on the top screen. In fact, it looks pretty decent for a 3DS game. 3DS games look decent in general, but you know, like, for a 3DS port of a console or PC game, it looks pretty decent, other than the items there, which are dropped in 2D still. And yeah, the controls here are weird. It uses the C-stick, this tiny little C-stick here to look, circle pad to run, left and right D-pad along with ZL and ZR, which are, if you've played any other Nintendo port, usually break in place, while L and R, touchscreen is also another method to select stuff. But with that, there is, it's L and R to, okay, well that's a problem. The C-stick does that sometimes, because, you know, it's kind of sensitive actually. But L to interact, place blocks, and do all that other stuff. Touchscreen works, obviously. It's better to be using the stylus, like every other 3DS game. You should be using the stylus at all times. Anyway, so continuing on, other than the awkward controls, it is pretty decent. I mean, on the bottom screen here, we have the inventory icon, which opens up the inventory. We got player model up there, new inventory down here. Crafting icon. The crafting here, there is no classic crafting. It is all this new style that it displays the recipe up there, so that's pretty cool. But it, however, doesn't have any classic crafting. Other than the recipe up here, you get no crafting grid. You just click it down here. It's not even like normal legacy console crafting. This is slightly different. It has a different menu and all that. It's kind of the inventory menu. It's a lot like the inventory menu, but instead a crafting menu. You can go get your armor. So where is the armor, actually? I don't... Oh, that's why, because it's not a crafting table. Oops. Anyway, so now here in the full thing, you have the full set of recipes. Everything you could ever possibly need to use for your Minecraft. You can still equip things with the L button, the use button, and blocking is not a what? Blocking is not a mechanic. We got a bed. You can still, there's only up to 3 chats. I don't think there's even a chat feature on here. However, probably my favorite feature of the 3DS version of Minecraft is built-in coordinate display and a built-in map. No need for any side stuff, which makes a lot of sense on the 3DS screen, not only because down here, this is a better utilization because there's so much more down here, but also because if it was up here, it would be clogging up your entire, it would be clogging up like a good chunk of your top screen. Even just bring that icon, is about this much of your screen. That's a whole corner. That's more than a whole corner taken up by this map alone. So it's pretty nice down there. And it autofills as you walk and stuff, meaning it's just a portable map everywhere. Pause menu, pretty simple. Again, just the options you're gonna need. Save game options, you can save whenever. And an autosave warning. Now, quitting and going into a creative world, well, okay, after this is done, I don't know why I bothered to click save and quit, I just saved. Anyway, going back, loading into a creative world, it is a lot like the older versions of creative, once this is done. Uh, yeah. So by that I meant it starts you with a bunch of items in the hotbar that you can use to play it. Okay, well, that you can use to build. That's another pretty cool feature I like when it displays the name like that in a scrolling feature. I don't know why, but I like that a lot. Anyway, you can place them as you like. You can fly like every other version. As you can see here, the render distance is very limited. The fog is also seems to be a straight overlay that just rotates as you rotate. I don't know why that is. You can drop. Here's difference here. The crafting menu brings up the creative menu here, and the inventory brings up the inventory. You can switch between each one. Oh, the head icons. The monster head icons are 2D, like, again, older versions of Minecraft. This has a lot more in common with some of the older versions than the newer versions. I don't know if this was still there in 1.9. I can't remember that far back. But this one's 3D. What? Okay, so it's just the blocks that are 2D, so good to know. Anyway, so that's really about it. Other than these few features, it's a pretty unremarkable version of Minecraft. Actually, you might be thinking to yourself, hey, it's a 3DS game. It can't be that boring. There's always the 3D slider. You know, the console's signature feature. 3D. Without glasses. And you know what this game said to that? Give it a second. So yeah, on the 3DS, 3D features are definite, right? No! This game has absolutely no 3D in it. This is a 2D only game. Now, overall, is it functional? Yes. Would I rather use it over anything else? No. But if you don't have a phone or a Switch and you somehow have a new Nintendo 3DS or 3DS XL with Minecraft on it, sure, go ahead. But at least it fits in your pocket. I'd like to see the Wii U do that. Holy shit!